I am so sorry about that. Thank you, by the way, to somebody who just picked that up. Thank you so much. Just one sec, okay? All I have been saying since is just to tell us what this conversation is going to be about this afternoon. I apologize again that the audio was off. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear now. I apologize. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you very much. As you are joining us, well, please share this. Now, without wasting much of our time, I said we have a book that we are reading. Okay, we've started, and it is called The White Malice. Yeah, White Malice, which covers the stories, the history of how the Americans derailed what could have been the greatest continent on earth. So this is the background story that could help a lot of us, especially Pan-Africanists, to understand that the journey of us losing our identity and the continued confusion that comes with that today is all orchestrated. And maybe if you will know better, a lot of us that might find ourselves in different positions of authority, making decisions that's going to affect millions of lives. With all this background history, education, and all that, we could possibly be educating the next generation of liberators. But before we go to that, like I said when my audio was sort of off, I said, if you look at the writer of this broadcast, it is the admittance by Festus or Frostus Keyamo, who have now admitted that Nigeria here was a scam after all. Now, I was actually asking if you still have any of these Buharidins, Buharididiris, Buharidinotus, the Buharidijatus, the Buharishukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the unbooed slaves, voluntary slaves. The crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, and the all-risers, those trolls who kept shouting on you, on myself, they were prominent on my platform. I'm talking about 2015 to 2022. They were very prominent. I was, like the villain, and their criminal oppressors, they were their heroes. Just same way they are shouting coastal road nonsense you are seeing now, was the same way they brought this their Nigeria here. And all we did was just to ask questions. We knew they had no answers. These were the people who were calling you enemies of Nigeria. They call me that all the time. That is what the defenders of their oppressors, that is what they call me. And I actually wear the badge with pride. Enemy of the Nigeria they are forcing on you and me. The Nigeria of slavery, the Nigeria of bleak future, the Nigeria of generational poverty. So if you are enemy of that Nigeria, be proud. Okay? If your instinct tells you this is This is not real. Believe it. And these are the guys today who have now metamorphosed into Agbadorians, the bastards, the bad idiots, who are calling you enemy of Nigeria now, based on the actions, the fraud that these ones are perpetrating. Some even went online, may Nigeria here succeed. May Nigeria here succeed. Today, a member of that same government, who is also a member of this government, Festus Keyamo, was a state minister of labor under Buhari. Among those who told you, wow, the giant strike, the giant this or that Buhari was doing, you were going to repeat that all your sufferings, all your hardship, under Buhari, don't join them to criticize Buhari. Buhari is laying foundation. Only the enemies of Nigeria were complaining and criticizing Buhari. Later they said, oh, the enemies of Nigeria wanted Buhari to fail. But guess what? These guys were looting Nigeria. Like, they were looting Nigeria with reckless abandon. You know what that means? It's like nobody was watching. It was a bazaar. Whatever you can do. Even Keyamo himself carried out his own scam of over 30 billion naira. But he's in the good book now. So don't worry, he is safe. Have you forgotten that Keyamo pulled a stunt of employing 1,000 youth in every local government? And they were supposed to employ 774,000 of you to be cleaning gutters and all of that. Well, that actually cost Nigeria 31 or 31 point something billion naira. I saw few wheelbarrows. I saw few pictures. Do you guys still have that job? Where is the evidence that he paid it? So exactly, it was like, do whatever you can. Nobody was watching. Hi. We were screaming, we were shouting, you called us enemy of Nigeria. Only for you to come back later to now say it was a scam. After all, we are not the enemies of Nigeria. They are the real enemies. But today, majority of these same guys are now in the drive telling you they were fixing Nigeria, making the same fraudulent policies that they are going to come back in 4 years, in 8 years to tell you, oh, it was a scam. And then you look back and be like, they don't scam us again because you are allowing it. You are. It's always obvious. Listen, they said they wanted to start Nigeria national carrier. There is a guy in Kano, I think Kano. Then it cut across other northern states, right? I can't remember the full name now, okay? That person was a notorious smuggler. He smuggled anything. He would smuggle anything in and out of Nigeria. It got so bad that the Nigerian custom, the rest of them, they couldn't do anything. It became worse that Yaradua had to call him and say, come. The level of the smog, the stuffs they bring into Nigeria, that's a kind of, it's like making Nigeria dumping ground for substandard stuff, weapons and other stuff as well. So Nigeria government that couldn't do it, they said they couldn't do anything to him. So they had to invite him. The president invited him and offered him a deal. And that deal was, it will stop smuggling, okay? So they will agree to give him a special few days in a week. That will be his days only. To bring in anything he wants to bring, right? And he will be supervised. But it's not like anyone else like others, because most of them are contrabands. So they wanted to, at the point, they had to offer him money to stop the smuggling entirely. You know what he did? He became a billionaire in northern Nigeria. This person, Rano here or something, he started an airline. Yeah, from the money, he became a billionaire, a large billionaire that is funding people and sending people to make a very good man now, they will say. So Nigeria can build refineries. Nigeria can build and manage refineries. Nigeria can start and operate national carrier. But the reason why Nigeria will never do any of such, Nigeria will never build and maintain a toilet, is because the purpose of starting anything primarily is never because of the national interest or anything. Say, oh, Nigeria interest. It is about the primary interest of this crook who can sit down and say, what do you think we can do with it? Say, yeah, okay, let's go ahead and push it. Then they push the file in at their FEC. Whom approved, get money released. Now it will now be on them to show working. You get what I mean now? Let me tell you. See the way Tifnumbu is doing too. That was how Bokwari was doing. These guys, they will tell them, okay, Esa, I had a dream last night. I think Nigeria should have a national airline. And because of that, sir, we think the project will cost us about 40 billion so that we can, put everything in place. This is the proposal. That. And in their FEC meeting, approved 40 billion. So it is now on you to now show them what are you doing with the 40 billion. And that's exactly what happened. The fraud was so obvious. Nigeria wanted to start a national carrier. There is there is nothing called, visibility report to give people the idea of, hang on, I don't know what happened to my camera. It keeps going flashy and brighter and all of that. Is that normal? That's not normal. I don't like that. Give me 1 sec, okay? Just 1 sec. I think that should do. I didn't like that. The more I moved, the camera kept zooming me and like shining this brighter light on my, I don't know. That should be better. Even if you kept doing that, okay. Oh, you didn't? That's good then. Anyway, let's continue. Right? You are starting a national career. There is actually no, in today's world, okay, making businesses, government businesses accessible is becoming a thing. Because you believe that any information you get from a government verified website should be authentic. Okay, Nigeria wanted to start a national carrier. That's a very huge thing. You don't do that by just raising a memo. I'm planning to steal money. Number one, as a government, you design the policy. Say, see, this is a business-oriented idea, and we want Nigerians to own it. We are planning to start with 50 aircraft that will cost so and so, right? And it will take so years before they will be delivered. But before that, We are starting a partnership with any interested airline flying Nigeria that could fly international too. And we will use our position to secure all those destinations for you. So as a government, right, you make it open for, we have a, what do you call that thing again? No, African Wahala. They call it immediate, medium, and long. Okay, yeah. Short, medium, and long-term plan. Be very big business. So, because to get like 50, for a country like Nigeria to be serious that they want to start anything like that, right? So you have to kind of be like, okay, we are going to throw it open to all of you. It is going to be let's say it's going to be a $15 billion business. And government doesn't have that. But here it is. Government is going to sell the shares to the public. Even Bole seller, the Mama Alata, can buy shares from that. Okada rider, they will buy shares. So you throw it open enough that it is not just your rich friends, like everybody go buy. Then you raise the money. And you give them the timeline enough to say, okay, this is how, all of this should be available on a website where everybody can have access to information. Then maybe as a national carrier, at this point, the Ministry of Aviation can automatically say, okay, listen, there's the Ministry of Aviation supervising Nigeria here. Nigeria Air has its own management. Here are the managers. And they are starting recruitment of stewardess. They are recruiting pilots for some certain aircraft they want to purchase. So if you are specialist in this area, we are recruiting. You will see all of that there. So that you see why they are expecting the public to subscribe to the shares that will raise the money for it. They are already training the staff for it. You get that? If they have to start expansion of their airport to give a special privilege to Nigeria here, at every airport in Nigeria, they can include, that one can now be a government project. So by so doing, you've raised the money for the whole thing, right? It may not even be you as a minister, even you as a government, that will eventually conclude the birth of that national carrier. But you've laid the foundation. They've trained all the staff, the pilots, the emergency handlers, this, that. Everyone is ready. The money is ready. And then, you can then say, yeah, they are doing something. I swear, they are planning to, even those majority of the aircraft they want to use, majority of them are still in production. But they've managed to actually buy some immediate ones who are not really brand new. They've bought some immediate ones, about 30 aircraft to launch. That's what you do. But this guy carried out this scam. He came to London to come and do air show in London. Air show where people would display all kinds of new technologies for flying, new aircraft, newly designed this or that, including some old engines too, like, designs. They are there on display. It is air show. We have that in Scotland. Yeah, we do go to, is it called Shorts? I think it's called Shorts or Lass, rather. Yes, Lass. We do go to Lass. There's a big beach in, northern part of Scotland. It's called Lass, right? So they do have air show there. You will see all this kind of, 1920 aircraft, 1930, 1940, all of their warplanes, including modern ones, displaying, flying everywhere. That was what Hadi Sirika came to. And he came here with a logo. They went to Bahrain to design a logo for Nigeria Air. They said that logo alone cost Nigeria $450,000. Bahrain. And they were celebrating. They said, this is a scam. You are just enemy of Nigeria. Why can't you be positive for Nigeria for once? Why is it that you are always negative? I say, actually, okay. And now they will still do it. I said, okay, if they have not done that, there's no point in going public, making it look like to start a airline is like starting a taxi company. Get some money, walk to a car dealer, and buy two taxis. And then you have started Uber. That's not what you do when you start airline. I have been telling you about this student loan scam. Even you who believe that I am your enemy, telling you that this is a scam, you will come back to hear it later. If you want to start a student loan and you have a body, every student should be able to say, you can easily go there and see if your school is listed among the school they will fund. Where is the money coming from? And all of these questions, who are those who are going to be handling all of that? Have you seen any recruitment going on to handle this? No. But they announced it since, Tifnumbu has announced your student loan since since June 2023. They shifted it to August. Then they shifted it to October. Then they shifted it to December. Then they shifted it to January. Then February. Then April. This is May. Then they came up with something. They said, oh, it is now finalized. It's been amended. But yet you still can't go anywhere to really read about it. Well, they set up a portal now, that you can go there like the End Power. Go there and go and apply. I saw that 2 days ago. Well, that's a good start. That's some improvement. For this year, Nigeria here, scam. At a point in May 2023, a year ago, Hadi Sirika with Ethiopian Airline, he paid, listen to this, to make the scam so real, when people like us will never stop talking or asking. You know what they did? They now flew, they go make a deal with Ethiopian Airline by paying them $350,000 just to put a sticker on one of their aircraft. Yeah, one of their aircraft. To put a sticker on it that says Nigeria here and fly it to Nigeria so that Nigerians can see it, that it is not fake, it is not lie, it's not a scam. It's just that some of the investors that we told you have invested $10 billion, $20 billion. Something happened, that they change, So, but just so you know that Nigeria here is coming. 4 days or 5 days before the end of Boko Haram's inglorious, murderous regime, Hadi Sirika flew this aircraft to Abuja and took journalists to Abuja airport, where they were congratulating him. Nigeria newspapers, they had these pictures on their pages congratulating Hadi Sirika for bringing back the glory of Nigeria. Nigeria here.